one of the important items as part of the global response basically related to the financial inclusion. So financial inclusion is really a global phenomenon and then also global initiative. That's why if we talk about this global, if we talk about the financial inclusion today, it seems to me it's very, very timely and it is important topic. Yeah. I would like to start why financial inclusion is important and why Indonesia is really keen to go to that direction. So this is very important. As we aware already that our population is huge, more than 230 million population at the moment, according to the recent census. Our GDP approaching to actually more than $3,000 per capita per annum. It's quite potential. And then progressing quite well. And then it's becoming top 4 countries in the world in 2030. So after China, India, USA, then Indonesia. That's according to the research conducted by the Citibank Global Investment Group in Washington that I just read a couple of days ago. So with all resources that Indonesia has, and also the potentiality that Indonesia has, and Indonesia becoming one of the top 5 economies in the world for the around 10 or 20 years to come. So it's really a challenge for us here. So this topic then is quite fun, and then that's why then I'm very eager to talk on this particular topic. Banking is still the backbone of the financial system in Indonesia. It's around 79% the role of the banking system here in Indonesia. The number of commercial banks, 122. The number of rural banks is around 1,700 or 1,700. And number of microfinance institutions is more than 168,000. This is a formal microfinance institution. One of our recent research indicating that it's more than 400,000 actually, if we take into consideration all the cooperatives and other microfinancial institutions in the rural area. So this is very, very important numbers. It's huge. The potential is there, but it's also very important numbers that we take into consideration. On the left-hand side of the green, the 49% is actually they rely very much on banks. So 49% of financial services. We are talking about the access to financial services in Indonesia. So 49% they rely on banks, and then around 31% and 17% rely on informal and semi-informal, and the red one on the right-hand side is underserved. So that's still very significant number. Around 17% of Indonesian is basically underserved as far as the financial services is concerned. And then let's see among the pools at the bottom of this. Among the pools, those who are dealing with the banks is only 15% of the pools. But as you see there, the number of the pools who are underserved is around 40%. Next one, I would like to little bit discuss as a background for our discussion today is basically what is our national strategy on financial inclusion. It seems to me it's very, very important. Well, access to finance, meaning what we mean by finance. Well, it's a broad idea of finance, but I try to little bit focus to the finance, including saving, credit, payment system, insurance, and other financial services for SMEs. That's at least what we mean by finance. So, meaning that if we are talking about access to finance, meaning access to particular issues, because this is basically the very basic, provide more room for maneuver for banks dealing to the micro. I think there's a lot of option on this by adjusting the regulation. So bank will, have room for maneuver if you will deal with the microfinance. Regulation on weighted assets regulation. We call it ATM, asset tertimbang menurut risiko. So risk weighted assets, meaning that we put some lower percentage for bank who dealing with percentage of capital, for those who are dealing with micro example. It is part of it. So for those who are dealing with micro, guarantee, for example, local government can provide a kind of guarantee. This guarantee will open access because someone taking over the creditors or defaulters, That's why they appreciate the effort of University of Trisakti, in particular Professor Sofian, on this very important step, because this topic is very important. A lot of people going micro at the moment. I do know that banks now, because of potentialities there, they start going micro. But going macro, just if only a spirit is not enough. It should be, you have to have a patience, because otherwise, it's not useful. That's why then it's not only capacity, you need people, you need capital, but last but not least, you need patience, you need strategy, you need clear commitment dealing with the microfinance. Otherwise, well, it's very complicated, business if you're dealing with microfinance. Don't expect something very fast, You have to be gradual, you have to bit by bit, develop a foundation. Because if you're dealing successfully with the microfinance, meaning that you're also dealing with the improving attitude of the people. It is about culture changes. That's why then it seems to me it's not enough just providing money. It's something like two sides of coins. One side is about money, but the other side is about attitude, cultural, education, capacity building, and things like that. So, financial institution also should take into consideration this, not only this side. So, kind of two sides of coin. Inshallah, if you're doing these two sides, I do believe that I think gradually we will succeed on this. So it's kind of suggestion for those who are willing to go micro and dealing with this, potential. I do believe you have to take two-pronged approach. Money, one thing, but capacity, attitude, and things like that, but also commitment and patience.